everyone. Welcome back. Today I'm going to explain a problem on losses due to pre-stresses. Let's start with the problem. A post-tension concrete beam simply supported over a span of 12 meter is of cross-section 230 by 750 mm and is pre-stressed with 10 numbers of 7 dia wires with 0 eccentricity at supports and 200 at midspan. Calculate the losses due to different causes by the following data. Grade of concrete M40. Initial pre-stress is 1000 Newton per mm square. Coefficient of curvature effect is zero point 0.5. Coefficient of wave effect 0.003 per meter. Slip at jacking end is 5 mm. Coefficient of creep is 1.6. Shrinkage of concrete is 0.0002. Relaxation of steel stress is 3%. Young's modulus of steel 210 kN per mm square. Young's modulus of concrete 37.5 kN per mm square. Calculate the total percentage loss and also the jacking force required. So, using these data, we should calculate the losses. We know that in we have a 6 different type of losses, that is loss due to elastic shortening or elastic deformation, loss due to creep, loss due to shrinkage, loss due to friction, loss due to relaxation of steel, loss due to anchorage, slip. These are the loss due to creep. I had told it, I guess. These are the different kinds of the losses we should be calculating now. So, to calculate these things, we should those losses, we should use these data. Let's start with the solution. Before solving the solution, we should write down the data given. Young's modulus of steel, Young's modulus of concrete, relaxation. As they have given grade of the concrete, we can write characteristic strength of the concrete, that is FCK as 40. Then K is coefficient of wave effect, delta is anchorage slip, epsilon Cs is shrinkage strain, Ps is initial stress, the phi is creep coefficient, then the coefficient of friction is mu, that is 0.5. These are the data given. Let's start with the pre-stress force. We know that pre-stress force equal to stress into area. So initial stress, it is 1000 they have given, into area of steel. So just check how many number of bars they have given. So it is 10 numbers. 7 mm dia wires they have given. So 10 into pi d square by 4. So 10 into pi into 7 square by 4, P equal to 384.84 kilonewton. E is eccentricity. You can check. Eccentricity is 0 at the supports and at the midspan it is 200 mm. Write down that. Then area is area of the cross section of rectangle. So it is 230 mm by 750. We will get 172.5 into 10 power 3 mm square. I is BD cube by 12. It is 8.08 into 10 power 9 mm power 4. So we'll start with the different type of loss calculation. The first one is loss due to elastic deformation of concrete. There is no elastic loss due to elastic deformation, as this is a post tension, and they have not mentioned whether it simultaneously pulled, it is pulled, the cables are pulled successively. They have not mentioned about it. So it is for a post tension, elastic deformation is not there. Next one is loss due to shrinkage. Formula is epsilon Cs into Es. We know both the values substituted will get 42 Newton per mm square. Loss due to creep. So loss due to creep formula is phi Fc into alpha E. We know phi value, alpha is nothing but modular ratio. Before that, we should find how much is Fc. So how much is Fc is resultant stress. So we should focus on this Fc. We should start with the calculation. See, to calculate Fc, I have selected the 2 points or 2 positions, that is at the support and at the mid span. First one, I will start with the support. Always remember, while calculating this Fc, Z is equal to I by Y, where Y is equal to E, that is eccentricity. So I have mentioned that. Take the formula Fc is equal to P by A plus PE by Z. Has the bars is in compression zone, it is positive. E at the support or eccentricity at the support will be 0. So this whole term will be 0, only P by A will be remaining. We know the value substituted. Fc is 2.23 Newton per mm square. If we go for at the mid span, Fc formula will be same, but we should focus on E value. At the mid span, in the question itself they have given eccentricity will be 200. So instead of E, you should write substitute it as 200, and Z is I by Y. I value we know. Now Y is equal to E, so substitute it as 200. We'll get Fc as 4.13 Newton per mm square. We should consider the average of these stresses. How to calculate this average of these stresses is, see, according to the value we will get a variation like this. So from 2.23 the variation will be something like a rectangle. Height of this rectangle is 2.23, but what is the maximum height? The maximum height is 4.13. Please you just write this 4.13 at the top, and 4.13 minus 2.23 will give you 1.9. 1.9 is height of this parabolic variation. From here to here towards top, from this dotted line towards top, height is 1.9. So take that. From the apex of the parabola, it is 2 by 3 into height. So take that value, add both the value, one is for rectangle, one is for the parabolic. Fc is 3.49 Newton per mm square. This value should be considered for the calculation. And the next part is alpha E is unknown, that is modular ratio is unknown. So to calculate this modular ratio, we know the formula has, either you can take this as small m or you can denote it by alpha E. So alpha E is Es by Ec. We know both the values, will get modular ratio has 5.6. So now we know phi Fc value as well as alpha E. Substitute all the value. Remember Fc is average Fc. So after substituting here, we will get loss due to creep as 31.27 Newton per mm square. Next one is loss due to relaxation of steel. In question itself, they have given how much is relaxation of the steel has 3%. So consider that loss equal to 3% of initial pre-stress. So 3 by 100 into initial pre-stress value they had given as 1000 Newton per mm square. So consider that, let me check. Yes, initial stress is 1000. So consider that you will get loss as 30 Newton per mm square. Next one is loss due to friction. We know the standard formula for the friction is this much, but after conversion we will get it as P naught minus Px equal to P naught into alpha mu alpha plus Kx. So this term is considered as loss. So loss equal to P naught mu alpha plus Kx is a formula for the frictions. So now we should find out if anything is unknown. For those things we should find out by using a formula. That is, what kind of a formula we use? See, because as they have given, eccentricity at this support is 0 and at the center it is E value is 200, we can make out that cable variation is parabolic. So based on that, I am considering deflection equation of parabola, that is y equal to 4h by L square x into L minus x. We should differentiate this with respect, this is x not into, please be careful here. This is equation for deflection, but we required slope value. So how much is slope is nothing but we should differentiate this deflection equation with respect to x. So it is denoted by dy by dx equal to theta. Either you can denote it as theta or it is denoted as dy by dx equal to 4h by L square into L minus 2x. This is L. So L minus 2x, we will split it. After simplification, it is 4h by L. And here you just note that I have written a note where x is equal to 0 at support. Yes, that is a x will be 0. So this term will be not there. And the important thing is here, instead of h we should replace that as e, eccentricity. So our value is 4e by L. Next thing is, for a parabolic cable we have alpha formula as 2 into slope. So just now how much is the slope value we have got, that is 4e by L. Now in this equation you just substitute 2 into 4e by L. So L is nothing but total length, that was in they had given in 12 meter. So convert that, 2 into 4 into 200 by 12,000. We will get alpha has 0.133 radians. So now we have all the values. So just substitute it here. Mu was known, P naught was known, that is initial stress mu into alpha is 0.133 plus K value into x. Here you be careful, x is nothing but length. So don't get confused. Here x means length. Substitute the length of the beam as 12. Losses 102.5 Newton per mm square. This is a loss due to friction. The next loss is loss due to anchorage slip. Loss due to anchorage slip, we have a formula as delta ES by L. All values are known. Substitute losses 87.5 Newton per mm square. Now we should add all the losses to find out the total loss. So I have added all the losses written here and I have added it. So we will get around 293.27 Newton per mm square has a total loss. This is in terms of stress. Newton per mm square, it is nothing but in terms of stress. Losses in percentage equal to total loss by initial stress into 100. If I want in percentage, I can go for this. If I want in stress, in terms of stress, I can go for this. So I require the value in percentage also. So I will take up like this. I have got the total losses. I have substituted it. Initial stress, it was 1000 into 100. Now the total loss is 29.3%. This is how we can calculate the total losses. I hope you understood. Thank you.